Happy Friday, everybody. What is up? It's your boy, GrimZ, the junkie street bike kid. We're out here today. We're going to go run an errand. We're going to go get some stuff. Today, I actually want to talk a little bit about GrimZ's rider safety recommendations. She got me. There are going to be people that are going to want to get into the hobby, the lifestyle of riding bikes. And I've got nieces and nephews, and as an uncle, you got to show some sort of safety. Okay, I do preface every video with a warning. I mean, the generated content, the professional whatever riding course, you know, all that stuff, and I mean it, you know. A lot of times I'm out here, I'm typically doing dumb stuff. It's just, but it's part of the lifestyle that I chose to be a part of, and it's not safe. Being on a bike is inherently dangerous. On top of that, just me being on this bike, my chances of injury skyrocket if I get in an accident. I'm gonna be straight up. That's just how it is. You gotta stay vigilant. You gotta pay attention. You gotta know what's going on and keep an eye on your surroundings. In this case, I know we're on a quick moving road, and I just had to make sure that no one was behind me. You just gotta keep track of that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm making this video for others to take recommendations from. So, let's start off with gear. The most important piece of gear you will ever have is your helmet. That is absolutely the most important thing you'll ever have. I have heard stories and seen videos of people falling off their bike when it's not even moving and getting hospitalized because they hit a curb. And if they had a helmet, they would have been fine. Now I don't shame too heavily, at least. I don't shame too much on the squid lifestyle bike riders. Oh, this is kind of nice. Oh, we're getting chicharrones today. That's what my errand is. I'm not out here just to ride. I'm getting chicharrones. But anyways, so your helmet is your most valuable piece of gear. Do not cheap out on a helmet. Look for a real helmet. Make sure it's certified. Consider different types of certification. In this case, my helmet, I believe, is DOT and Snell rated. Don't really know the Snell rating. DOT is basically like the bare minimum. It's like saying it's just military spec. It's just the bare minimum. Like, realistically, a lot of people don't even understand what that means. Like, military grade, that's bare minimum. All right, let's be real. It's enough that it's gonna work when you need it to. Moving on from that, your helmet it protects who you are, your brain, your head, your face, your whatever. That is your most important piece of gear. Never, ever ride without a helmet. Now, second most important, ankle length pants, specifically jeans. Do not wear cotton, do not wear wool, do not wear loose materials that are easy to tear. In this case, I'm wearing a 3-layered jean material. These are specifically riding jeans. I have the denim, okay? So denim is typically, better than denim is leather. That's where you get leather chaps from. If you really wanted to be a little frisky out here, you could be wearing leather jeans. I don't think I would get that much of an attraction if I wore leather jeans. Being, 260 pounds, 5'9". So, anyways, at least bare minimum, go with denim. No sweats, no joggers, and God forbid you put on some shorts. Holy crap, that's a bad idea. The day that I had my accident, if I was not wearing jeans, my whole side of my leg would have been torn to pieces. Now, because of the fact I was wearing cheap jeans, I wasn't wearing my riding jeans, I did rip a hole in it, okay? And on top of the fact, these jeans have knee pads. Regular jeans do not. And since I didn't have that knee protection, I ripped a hole in my kneecap. And that's just the kind of stuff you have to expect. At bare minimum, denim jeans, okay? Preferred armored lining. This is it's what's called an aramid liner. It's what they use to make ballistic armor. They use it in like fire retardant suits. And they use it in riding jeans. They're less likely to tear. They have a natural fire retardation. So consider those factors when you're buying yourself a pair of jeans to ride in. The third most important apparel, in my opinion, are your gloves. Okay, so helmet first, pants second, and then your gloves. Obviously, if we're all understanding that you wear closed-toed shoes, hopefully that's not, like, if someone thinks that they can, like, avoid wearing closed-toed shoes, that's a different problem altogether. And when you're looking at your gloves, look for what's called a palm slider. In this case, it's on the right side of my glove. It's a hard plastic piece, which has less likely of a chance to grip the road in the case of an accident. I've seen plenty of stories, and I've actually had someone that I know personally that when they crashed, they reached out into the road and it snapped their arm because their glove bit into the road. It was a lower quality glove, no palm slider, just regular gloves. I think it had knuckle protection, but other than that, regular glove. Hit the road, stuck a hand out, snapped their arm. Two specialists had to put the pieces back together. That was the way it was put. Because of how bad it got messed up. I'm turning around. Road closed? No, I'm not doing that. I'm just out here riding, so I'm not going down a closed road. Now, on top of that, these gloves have a little protector right here, padded area below my thumb knuckle, okay? Well, actually, it's on the one that connects it to the actual hand. Now, what that helps with, and you can also get them here on the inside of the thumb, down below where the palm is, what those help with, if you have that added protection in those areas, they actually help prevent any nerve damage in the case of an accident. If you don't know what the human crayon is, it's pretty gross, but the human crayon is literally what the road will do to a human being, like what a crayon would do onto a piece of paper. It's going to burn it down, and it's going to leave a mark on the road. But that's going to happen to your body in the case of an accident, okay? So having this protector protects my nerves, because I might not, lose my thumb or whatever, but those nerves are super sensitive, and if those nerves get hit, it's permanent nerve damage. That's why that's there. And honestly, I think it's the same here too, now that I think about it. So sliding, I'm going to slide based off of this plastic piece. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. Probably looks stupid doing that. But you're going to slide on the road instead of catching and snapping. There are gloves, yeah, like this one right here actually. It connects the pinky and the ring finger together to protect your pinky from snapping. Because there's a lot of times where someone's going to reach their hand out and the first thing that hits the pinky, and it's going to snap it the wrong direction. It's just going to go sideways. So consider that. And then on top of that, we have knuckle protection. Whether it's steel, whether it's carbon, doesn't really matter. This will protect you from shattering your knuckles. Make sure they go at least below the wrist, not sitting on the wrist. Make sure nobody's following me. But in this case, it goes past my wrist bone, that's technically added protection, but I don't have any padding in that area. If your Velcro starts to wear out, and it's not the biggest issue in the world, but if you're considering your safety, consider buying new gloves. Most gloves for me, at least for the Velcro, they last about a year to a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I think I've had these ones for 2 years, but these are a little bit more expensive than the usual gloves I get. But just consider your safety when picking gloves and what can happen in the event of an accident. You're not buying gear to look cool. Don't get me wrong, I feel like I look pretty badass in my current fit. I'm wearing black jeans, black jacket with shoulder pads, and I got the black shoes, the black gloves, the gray helmet. I feel like I look pretty cool, but that's not what it's about. Pick gear that's going to keep you safer in a crash, a slide, whatever. Dress for the slide, not the ride. Your jacket. Now, not everybody rides with a jacket. There are times where I don't ride with a jacket. I live in a state that'll see 118, 120 degree days for a week at some points. There's times I really don't want to deal with that, but even then, I try to do my best to put on my riding jacket. The reason is it's made of an anti-abrasive material and an anti-slide material, and that's something we haven't talked about yet. Your fourth most important, in my opinion, is going to be your jacket, all the way down to the wrist. So this one's got shoulder pads, it's got elbow pads. They're only level 1, but that's better than nothing, okay? If I wasn't wearing this jacket on the day of my crash, my my whole left arm would have been torn the fuck up. Super bad, super bad. Because all I did was land on that arm, and if I didn't have a jacket, I probably wouldn't have rolled right away. This is, oh, it's over there. I probably wouldn't have rolled right away, and on top of that, if I wasn't wearing the jacket, I would have just torn up more skin. Alright, we're gonna pull up, we're gonna get our chicharrones. I think that's how you say it, and then we're gonna dip and we'll talk about some more jackets. Give me 1 second, guys. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? No español. No, chicharrones.
Yeah, I got them right here.
Fuck yeah. Oh, do you speak English?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, my bad, dude. Sorry. Well, no, I was in here last night, and
If you're doing a Facebook or YouTube video, you can put it up.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Alright, I just, privacy, bro.
Oh, don't matter.
But I'm not big,
It's all good.
Alright.
As long as you say it's good, the food and everything.
Fuck, dude, I had your carne asada last night.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I ate it all.
I'm glad you like it, bro. Thank you.
Made a big old plate of nachos.
Thank you, bro.
I know, that's, she said 9 o'clock, right? Is when you guys make it?
9:30, everything comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Got birria, menudo.
Oh, do you? Oh, I see.
You know how much is right here, bro? It's about 2.25. You want me to leave it?
No, that's good.
Appreciate it, bro. Saluden a la cámara, muchachos. Dale. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
You have a good one, bro.
You too. Alright. You too. Chicharrones. Hell yeah, dude. We got so much. I didn't need all this shit, but I got it. Those guys are cool, man. This is only my second time being here. These guys make some good ass fucking shit. Meats, whatever you need. Alright, so yeah, look for a jacket that is gonna protect you, both your skin, both your joints, or both your skin and your joints. And then on top of that, if you're worried about the heat, find one that's got airflow. This whole jacket has got holes in the front and the back. And then for cooler weather, it's actually got a liner that goes in to break the wind up a little bit, or if it's raining or whatever the case may be. It's got a weatherproof liner that you could always put on. In this case, it doesn't have that liner on right now because obviously I won't get the wind. And yes, it's about 90 today with like 50-60% humidity, which is crazy for Arizona. But we've been getting rain a lot. It's called the monsoon season, where we see big old great haboobies. Look it up, it's a true thing. It's called a haboob. But if I start to sweat a little bit when I stop, whatever, I can take off and I'll cool right off. Now, those are the top 4, in my opinion, most important things to wear when you're riding, and those should be like for sure. The one thing I am a little loose about, believe it or not, are my shoes. So these are actual riding shoes, but normally I actually do not go out with riding shoes, especially during a commute. Everything else is pretty much mandatory. I might trade the jeans out for regular denim instead of the armored, knee reinforced, whatever jeans that I'm wearing right now. Mainly because these actually are falling apart. And they're quite expensive, so I just haven't bought new ones yet. But I do like these jeans a lot. I used to wear them just as regular jeans. And another thing to keep in mind too, actually, a lot of this is heavy. So your jeans are going to be heavy with all the extra crap. The jacket's going to be heavy with all the extra crap, especially a hoodie, like an armored hoodie. They're all super duper heavy because of all the extra crap that you have on them. Now, let's reverse back. Let's go forward and reverse again. But these are my safety shoes. I think they're Built, B-I-L-T. Same with my jacket. It's a Built jacket. They're fairly cheap, but they don't undercut you on safety features. These Builts, I think, are just reinforced toes, a reinforced ankle, and then they go above your ankle. And that's generally what you want to look for in shoes. They have thick cushioned laces, so they're easy to tie with gloves on. A fat tongue, so you can stick the laces behind. You want to make sure you're sticking your laces behind your tongue, down in your shoe, because the last thing you want to do is get a lace caught on a peg, a shifter, whatever. So just keep that in mind. When it comes to your shoes, you just want to make sure if it's a low end slide or even a higher speed like collision, it's just going to protect you a little bit better. Now, all the clothes I'm wearing all together is also made to stop me from sliding across the road. A slide doesn't sound that bad. Tumbling on the road sounds a little bit worse, But in reality, especially at higher speeds, you want to be tumbling on the road and not sliding, because that sliding effect is going to grind down the material that is protecting your body. What you want your clothes to do is grip the road and roll you over, except obviously for the palm slider. I mean, you want to slide. But like my jacket did a really good job at that. It grabbed and rolled me. Same with my pants. So look into stuff like that too. On topless shoes, I recommend, this is an actual recommendation, not a safety thing. I recommend socks that go above your ankle, like maybe even like a quarter of the way up your shin. The reason for that is engines get really hot. There was a case where I was coming down from Payson, and it was in the middle of summer too, so it was 108, 110, 115, and I was riding this bike, and this engine gets to like 210 down here in the lower area, and all that heat was just blasting my ankle on one side where like the sock wasn't pulled all the way up, and it gave me the worst burn that I still deal with to this day, because you know it's been so bad, and I scratch it, and you know it's all my fault. I'm like a dog with allergies, man. But yeah, those are just some considerations when it comes to your gear. Now when it comes to your bike, when it comes to being safe on your bike, your vehicle, whatever it is, you need to make sure that you keep up with it. Do your oil changes, check your tire pressure, tighten your chain, do the regular maintenance, alright? If you're in a car and you blow a tire, oh no, I have to pull off the road, right? If you blow a tire on a bike, that is so much more of a serious problem than it would ever be in a car. Maybe if you're going fast through a turn and one of your front tires blows out, yeah, that's pretty serious in a car. But front tire or back tire on a bike, they can be pretty detrimental. You just got to be careful. I feel like, I don't know which one would be worse, but I feel like neither of them would be good. Your oil changes. If a bike's oil does not get changed, does not get checked, and it's leaking, and you don't know about it because you don't check on it, and that engine blows, your whole bike is going to seize up out of nowhere, because these engines run really fast, really hot. No oil, boom, done. And obviously your brakes, you want to make sure your brakes are working properly, your clutch is working properly, your throttle's working properly. Everything that is your bike, you want to make sure it's working properly in a safe manner. Your suspension components, you want to make sure those are working properly. I only say that because I've had to deal with improper suspension. I was going to go right, but I don't think there's anything over there. We're gonna untuck. You just need to understand, like, even if you're trying to have fun, you gotta be safe. And that's, in my opinion, you know, I don't know, because I don't know what really happened, but in the accident that I had, I was pushing the bike too far for the situation, or for the area I was in, the type of road I was riding on. First off, I wasn't on a track, so I shouldn't be leaning the bike over that far. Second to that, my tire was bad, and I didn't realize that, and that's my fault for not checking it. And yeah, just doing shit I shouldn't be doing in an area that I shouldn't do it. And in that video, if you've seen that video, you probably hear me say I've gone lower than that before, and that's, you know, you hear that a lot when people talk about their accidents, their crashes, their low sides, their high sides, whatever. But in that case, I have actually gone lower. I've actually scraped my shoes or whatever. In that case, you know, the road kind of had a little bit of a hump, and since I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't looking at the road, and I caused my accident. Like I said, because I was doing something I shouldn't have, or I didn't have the experience for that sort of situation, or whatever it was, or the tire being bad. It could have been multiple issues. But now that I know to not do that in intersections. So from here on out, you know, I'm a little skeptical still, because that hurt. It hurt pretty good. But now I understand, like, I can't do that sort of thing in an intersection. I can't do that. You know, I shouldn't be messing around like that on the road. And, you know, obviously everyone's going to kind of do their own thing. Like, we all want to have fun. And I didn't buy a bike just to get to work. I bought a bike to have fun. But yeah, you just got to be safe. You know, you got to practice and practice and practice. And after that incident, I've actually thought about, you know, let's go take some time. Let's go practicing a lot. But you need to understand what you can do and what you can't do. You know, if you got a dirt bike, don't be jumping crazy jumps right away. Practice how to control that dirt bike in the air, or before the jump, or after the jump, or, you know, whatever you need to do. It's all about practice. All right, all these guys you see on Red Bull, they didn't start by jumping big gaps, man. They started with the little ramp in their BMX bike in the front yard, you know. So just think about those things, guys. Any new riders that come into the scene, like, just think about your safety. You know, ride your own ride at the end of the day, but just understand that there are a lot of ways, because it's not a matter of if you crash, it's a matter of when you crash, even if you just lay the bike over in the street. Just know what you need to protect yourself. Just understand that this gear is made for a reason. It's not just a cash grab. Some companies are just a cash grab, but do your research on your gear. Make sure you get the right shit to protect yourself. Just don't push yourself. Ride your own ride. Riding bikes is awesome. It's cool. It's a good community. It's good to have fun with people that like to do what you like to do. But just be safe. People shit on me because I always take the longest getting ready, but I gotta put my jacket on. I gotta put my gloves on. I gotta make sure all my shit's tight, ready to go. But don't let people rushing you, push you to not put on a jacket, or whatever the case is, or to speed up to catch up with everybody. Ride your own ride. Have a designated location to me. Like, hey, if I fall back, where are we meeting? All right, Dutch Bros? Cool. You know, just be safe about it. You don't got to be a little wuss. Just think. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be it. That's my little talk on safety when it comes to riding bikes. You know, I don't wish any harm to anybody on a bike that, you know, just because they're not wearing the proper gear, or when people say, oh, they were speeding, they deserve that. Everyone's speeding. Everyone is speeding nowadays. Alright, so you can't just say, oh, they were speeding and they deserve that kind of, they deserve to die or deserve to get hurt. It's not like that, alright? Yes, riders, some of y'all need to chill out, realistically. But I'm not going to sit there and put blame on them because they were being stupid. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, you can't be mad about it, alright? Like, they got what they got, and maybe that's all they needed, and they got humbled. The road humbled them. So what? But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully this wasn't too drawn out, because this one was, I felt like it was kind of a long one. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Later.
Tank, but I fly like fire. Engine scream loud, take it higher, higher. Weight can't stop me, I was born for speed.